Welcome to PcMac. Today we are talking about the cloud service, or we can say the open source cloud service through which we can create our own data cloud on which we can save our personal information and we can access that from outside our network. As you all know that there are lots of paid service going on, so we are using Raspberry Pi 3B and creating our own personal cloud. So let's do it. Before we start, I would like you to go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It's free and you can just go ahead and click on the bell icon for my latest videos. So let's get started. First of all, let me just go ahead and connect to my Raspberry Pi by using the remote desktop connection. The command is mstsc and my Raspberry Pi is on 192.168.1.88. we can check with the wireless network voucher its IP address. It's right here, the Raspberry Pi. So close it and then try to connect. So the default name is Pi and the password is Raspberry. So you can also use your Raspberry Pi with the help of XRDP connection. If you want to set up your XRDP connection on your Raspberry Pi, the video link you will see right now on the top right corner. Now let's start installing our Nextcloud on our Raspberry Pi. So first of all, we need to open the terminal. Let me just make it a little bit big. So first of all, we need to create a static IP for our Raspberry Pi, so the IP address will not change once we restart our Pi or we turn it off and turn it back on next day. Right now the Raspberry Pi is on DHCP, so we are going to create a static IP address for our Raspberry Pi. As we can see in the wireless network voucher, the IP address of our Raspberry Pi is 88, so we will create a static IP of that series. So let's go ahead and paste the command right here. So we need to edit this particular file, that is dhcpcd.config, and the location is etc right here. So we are going to edit this file. I already added this file. I'll show you how you can do that. You just need to go down, and as you can see here, for static IP configuration you need to use the interface Ethernet 0 and the static IP address that we found on wireless network voucher. You need to put this address right here, 192.168.1.88, and then you just need to provide the static router, that is 192.168.1.1, and similar to that the domain name server, the DNS is similar, 192.168.1.1, and that's it. This is for the Ethernet. If you want to do the same thing on the Wi-Fi as well, you need to do the same thing and uncomment these three lines, 1, 2 and 3, and this interface. So you just need to uncomment these 4 lines, 2, 3 and 4, and then put your IP addresses right here. This is the IP address of your router, 192.168.1.1, and this one is again the router static IP address, 192.168.1.1, and here is the IP address for a Raspberry Pi, 192.168.1.81. so you just need to uncomment these boxes. How you can find out the IP address is, the first thing is wireless network voucher. Once you added these changes on this file, you just need to press Ctrl and X to exit, and you will be exited out. It will ask you to click on Y to save the changes, so you just need to select Y and hit enter to save the changes. and you can also go ahead and check if config command, and you will see right here the Ethernet is 192.168.1.88. we are on 88 IP address, and that one is static, so it will not change. Every time you turn on your Raspberry Pi, it will ask for the 88 IP address because it's on the static IP. So let's go and clear it, and going to the next step to update our Raspberry Pi. So the first command that we need to type is sudo apt get update. Then once this command complete, we will go ahead and upgrade. So right now we are on the latest package of the Raspbian stretch image. Now we can go ahead and start installing the other required packages for Nextcloud. The first thing that we need to install is the Apache server, and the next thing that we need to install is the latest version of PHP. So let's go ahead and do it. So to install the Apache, the command is sudo apt get install apache 2. Let's go ahead and start installing it. So the Apache server is installed on our computer successfully. Now let's go ahead and check and try to install the PHP on Raspberry Pi. So to install the PHP with its other packages, the command is sudo apt-get install php 7.0, php 7.0 gd, SQLite, php 7.0 SQLite, php 7.0 curl, then php 7.0 zip, and the XML and MB string. So let's go ahead and hit enter to install all these packages. Then we need to press yes. Now the PHP is also installed. What we need to do now is to restart our Apache server and check whether the Apache is successfully installed or not. So to restart the Apache, the command is sudo service apache to restart. Now we will check here in our web browser that the Apache is working or not. To check whether the Apache server is working or not, we need to type the Raspberry Pi IP address, that is 192.168.1.88, and hit enter. And as you can see, the default Apache page is right here, Apache to Debian default page. So let's go ahead and close it now. So our Apache is installed and the PHP is installed. That is useful to host the Nextcloud web page, or you can say the whole Nextcloud on a Raspberry Pi. Now we will go ahead and install our Nextcloud on the Raspberry Pi. So let's go ahead and clear it from here and we'll start. So to install the Nextcloud, we need to first of all navigate to the correct folder. So we need to go here, that is var www html. So we need to move to this folder. As you can see, now we are in var www, and that is the HTML folder in which we are right now. So in this folder we are going to install our Nextcloud, so we will be able to open the website on our computer or the devices that are connected in the network. So the command to install the Nextcloud is, so the command is right here, curl https://download.nextcloud.com server release Nextcloud 13.0.4.tar.bz2, and then you just need to hit enter and it will start installing the image. So So right now the image is installing on that particular folder, that is the HTML folder that will host the website of Nextcloud, and we will be able to see that on our computer or any device that is connected in our network. In later part of this video, I'll show you how you can access your Nextcloud from outside your network. It will take a moment to install the Nextcloud because it's a really big package. Now the package is successfully installed on our Raspberry Pi. The next step is what we need to do is we need to create a folder, a data folder, where we are going to save our personal information or the data, the important data on the cloud. So to do that, the command is sudo mkdir -p /var www/html, and the latest folder that is created here is Nextcloud, and in which we are going to create the folder that is data. So let's go ahead and hit enter to create the folder. Once the folder is created, then we need to provide it the permissions for read and write. So for that we need to type some commands. So first of all, we need to provide the permission for accessing our Nextcloud, that is www data, this one, and as you can see it refers to the location of Nextcloud, so it can be shown to our network. Let me just hit enter to successfully establish the command. Now the next command will provide the permission for read and write on the data folder. So as you can see, this command provide the permission to write on the Nextcloud on the data folder right here. Let's go ahead and hit enter, and it's done now. So let me just go ahead and minimize it, and let's go ahead and try to open our Nextcloud and check whether it's working or not. So to access our Nextcloud, we need to type the same IP address with /Nextcloud, and then hit enter. And as you can see, we are able to successfully log into our Nextcloud account. As you can see, it's right here. So the first thing that we need to do is to create an admin account right here. Let me just go ahead and create an admin account. So my username is PcMac, and the password that I want to create is, make sure that you create a secure password by using a special character and capitalization with numbers. So let me just go ahead and click on finish setup. So it might take some time depending upon the internet speed and the Raspberry Pi speed. Now as you can see, the Nextcloud is successfully installed, and we can download the apps on Windows PC, on Android, and as well as on Apple. So you can download these apps on your phone or on your computer to access your own cloud. So let me just go ahead and close it. And as you can see, all the folders are right here. So it's somewhat similar to Dropbox and other online services, but it's free and open source. So you can go ahead and install it on your Raspberry Pi and you can access it. So let's just go ahead and check whether we are able to access it on our computer and on our mobile devices or not. Let me just minimize this one. Now let me just check on my Windows 7 computer that we are able to access our Nextcloud or not. So the process is same, the IP address of the Raspberry Pi and then Nextcloud, and hit enter. And let's check. As you can see, admin is right there. Let's just go ahead and log in. I'm typing the wrong username. Let's try to log in now, and I'm successfully logged in from here. Let's go ahead and save the password as well. Now I'll show you with my phones as well that we are able to access the own cloud or not. So let me just go ahead and open my Android device and then check that I'm able to open my let's try to download the app, and then we will check that we are able to access the Nextcloud or not. It will take a moment. So let's try to download the apps on my Windows phone as well as on my Android phone. So for the Windows, as you can see my phone on the left side of the screen, let me go ahead and open this store, and on my Android let me just go ahead and open the Play Store. Then let's search for Nextcloud. Let me just go ahead and open the app here and here as well. So I have already installed the apps on both of my phones, the Android one and the Microsoft. So let's go ahead and launch it on Microsoft and on my Android as well. So as you can see, it asks me for the server address on both the phones. So let's go ahead and provide it the address of our Raspberry Pi, 192.168.1.8n, and here is the same thing that we need to do is put Nextcloud in front of it. Let me just start it on my Android, and the same here as well. 192.168.1.88/Nextcloud. It asks for the username and the password on my Windows phone. Let's try to connect on both the phone. On the Android one, it wants to the grant access for Xiaomi. Let's go ahead and grant the access. As you can see, we are successfully logged in on our Microsoft device. Let's just go ahead and try to use it on Android as well. So I'm successfully logged in here as well on my Android device. It has some permissions, we need to allow them, and you can see it's also access the same information here, the documents, photos, and the Nextcloud MP4. Let's just try to play it on the Microsoft one, and we are able to see. Let's try to download it on this phone, and I'll try to download the same thing on Android as well. Let's just try to download it right here, and the same thing here. Let's try to download it. So the file is downloaded on my Microsoft device. Let's check whether we are able to play it or not. So the video is successfully downloaded and played now, and here as well it's downloaded and played on both the devices, as you can see. And this is for the local network. Now we will try to connect it to access from outside our network. We will try to configure it so we can access it from a different network. Right now all the devices are connected to the same router, so we are able to access all our files right now. We can move the files, we can download the files as well. Let's try to move some file here and check whether we are able to do that or not, like it's working or not. So on the Microsoft, we just need to upload some files from here. Let's just go into this device and then pictures, try to move some pictures, and we'll check the speed as well. Let's just try to move one picture. I believe the picture is successfully uploaded. Let's just check. Let's try to refresh, and as you can see the picture is right here. I can access it on my Android device, and let's just go ahead and try to upload something from here as well. Let's try to upload a big file of 178 MB and check whether it's working or not. Okay, so you can see the file is moving, and I believe the speed is good in the local network. We will go ahead and test it on when we are on the other network, and we will configure our Nextcloud to use it from outside the network. In between, just let me log in here and check whether I'm able to see the file here or not. So it took around 2 to 3 minutes to upload the 178 MB of video. It depending upon the speed of your router as well, how much it will provide you to upload, how much speed it will provide you to upload any file on the network, and depending upon how much devices are connected to the network as well. So the file is successfully uploaded. Let's check whether it's uploaded here or not. Let me just go back here and refresh, and as you can see the file is right here. It might take some time here to show up, so I need to refresh the page, and as you can see OpenVPN.mp4 is right here on both the devices. So the file is successfully downloaded as well and successfully uploaded as well, a huge file. So let's go ahead and close it now, and then we will try to move to the next step of connecting our Nextcloud to our router, and we'll make some changes to our router settings so we can go ahead and access our Nextcloud from outside our network.